Here you go, real quick before we start. This is not a visually produced video. I put maybe 10 minutes of effort into the visuals. I got tired of working hard on something and watching 6 people show up. So if you are one of those 6, I genuinely appreciate you. Now here we go. If you have children, you probably don't want them to hear this first part. I am really sick of all these other motherfucking ethnic groups fucking with us. Every single one of them, minus the Native Americans. I have no opinion there. This is their property. Always was. I will never have a single thing to say about them because they were here first, and everything that happened to them is a stain on this country that never got addressed. But the rest of you, I am tired of your shit. I am genuinely tired of it. Because black people seem to only get fucked with in a specific way. A lot of you go out of your way, to come for us. And it baffles me why you do that. It really does. Black Americans bend over backwards to be decent to everybody else on this earth. And what do we get for it? We get stepped on by the same people we held the door open for. Okay? Let your kids listen now. Here is what nobody wants to say out loud. Every ethnic group that comes to this country gets to land on the shoulders of what black Americans already built. The civil rights movement didn't just open doors for black people. It opened doors for everybody. Women, immigrants. Every group that came after us walked through a door that black Americans kicked open while getting beaten, hosed down, and arrested for the crime of wanting basic human dignity. And a lot of those same groups turn around and look down on us. That's not an opinion. That's a pattern. But here is where I'm going to say something that might make some of you uncomfortable. Because I'm not just talking about what other people do to us. I'm talking about what we do to each other. We are the crabs in the bucket. And I say that as a black man who loves his community. I say it because it's true and because nobody who actually loves you lets you keep doing something that's destroying you without saying anything. Think about this. When a black person gets successful, who comes for them first? Half the time it's us. When a black business opens up, who drives past it to go spend money somewhere else? A lot of times it's us. When a black celebrity makes a mistake, who calls for their complete destruction before the facts are even out? You already know the answer. We celebrate each other in theory. In practice, we tear each other apart. And I understand where it comes from. I do. Centuries of being told you are less than leaves marks. Poverty leaves marks. Being forced to compete for scraps in a system that was never designed to give you anything leaves marks. When you grow up in an environment where resources are scarce, you start treating other people's success like it takes something away from you. It doesn't, but it feels like it does. And that feeling has been weaponized against us for a very long time. But here is the thing. We don't have the luxury of being crabs in a bucket anymore. We never did, but especially not now. If this is hitting home, hit that like button right now and subscribe if you haven't already. It costs you nothing, and it tells me this conversation is worth continuing. Now let's keep going. Look around. Look at what is happening in this country right now. Programs that were designed to give us a fighting chance are being dismantled one by one. Voting rights, education funding, affirmative action, gone or going. And while all of that is happening, we are online arguing about who is the real black person and who is not black enough and who sold out and who gets to have an opinion. Meanwhile, everybody else is organized. Everybody else is pooling resources, building institutions, voting in blocks, protecting their own. And we are sitting here debating each other into the ground while the floor gets pulled out from under us. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm not saying we all have to agree on everything. Black people are not a monolith, and anyone who tells you we should all think the same way is lying to you. But there is a difference between disagreement and destruction. There is a difference between holding someone accountable and burning them down because it makes you feel powerful for 5 minutes. We have to stop being so easy to divide, because the division is not accidental. It is a strategy. Keep them fighting each other, and they never look up long enough to see who is actually picking their pockets. Black Americans are the most studied, most surveilled, most analyzed group in the history of this country. Every institution knows exactly what makes us turn on each other. And those pressure points get pushed on purpose. The media does it. Politicians do it. Social media algorithms do it. And we fall for it every single time. I need us to be more suspicious of anything that turns us against each other. I need us to be more protective of each other in public, even when we have disagreements in private. I need us to spend money with each other, show up for each other, and stop handing our loyalty to people and institutions that have never once lost sleep over whether we make it. Because here is the truth that keeps me up at night. Black Americans have survived everything this country has thrown at us. Slavery, Reconstruction, Jim Crow, redlining, the war on drugs, mass incarceration. We survived all of it. Not because we were lucky, because we are genuinely built different. That is not arrogance, that is documented history. The only thing that has ever come close to actually breaking us is us. And I refuse to watch that happen. I refuse to stay quiet about it. You can be mad at me for saying it. That's fine, but you know I'm right. And somewhere in you, you're tired of it too. So what do? We start small. You support a black business this week, not because it's trendy, but because it's strategic. You defend a black person being attacked publicly even when they're not your favorite person, because the attack is never really just about them. You stop putting your energy into tearing down and start putting it into building up. It sounds simple because it is. The execution is the hard part. But we have done hard things before. We have done impossible things before. It's time to act like it. If this video made you think, made you feel something, or made you mad enough to want to respond, leave a comment below. Like this video and subscribe to Systematic Audit. I'll be back with more.